Olivia Cuito is an official skincare partner of Miss USA.
Hello everyone, my name is Lida Diku, founder of Touching Hands Care Group. I am a caregiver myself before putting up our own caregiving agency. We've been in the caregiving business since 2014, but my husband and I decided to put up Touching Hands Care Group way back 2018 to compete more and help more seniors and caregivers. We manage our business with our hearts. This makes us set apart with other agency. And we are sharing our blessings by giving commission to all referrals we get. And listen to this, commission is not only one time. As long as the patient is under our care, commission continued. So please help us spread the good news so we can help more, touch more, care, and share.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Hi, Kuya Ed!
Hello, Ate Meg. Delayed yung ano mo eh. May dramatic entrance ka pa. Maganda ka pa sa gabi. I miss you. We've been off for
we've
a long,
been
long
gone
time.
for a
2
week.
weeks.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat,
2
mga
weeks.
kasukal, mga nanonood po sa Facebook at sa YouTube. International na tayo
Yes.
ngayon.
International na eh, di ba? Ganun kabigat ang Ate Meg. And Kuya Arvin, wherever you are, baka na-impatyo sa kakakain ng turkey. Belated Happy Thanksgiving.
Hindi tayo kumakain ng turkey, yung mga Pilipino. Hindi kumakain ng turkey.
Yung display lang nandun. Ayaw hiwain. Ang kukunin yung lechon.
So anong ginawa niyo po during Thanksgiving po?
Tinulugan lang kasi lahat sila may trabaho. It's just like an ordinary night. We celebrated it the following day, which is Friday.
Saan po sila, yung mga kasama niyo, saan po nagtatrabaho?
Wala, wife ko, graveyard shift yun eh. 7 to 7. So naiwan lang ako at saka yung anak ko. We just left kasi ang plano, we'll all have lunch Friday noon. So yun ang Thanksgiving namin.
Okay.
Yan, di ba?
Pero
Pwede na rin yun.
Ano, 'di ba? Hindi tayo masyadong makalabas ngayon dahil
Yeah.
lockdown na naman po tayo.
Lockdown na naman. Kaya utos ni Gob, sumunod na lang. Wag matigas ang ulo.
Sumunod na lang po tayong lahat.
Sumunod na, para matapang-tagal na, 9 months na, no? Magwa 1 anniversary na.
Magwa 1 year na po. Pero tonight po, may mga kasama po naman tayo para i-explain sa atin kung ano pong ginagawa nila. Yung mga
Yes.
healthcare professionals po natin na
Wow.
day in, day out po, naghihirap po para sa ating safety, di ba po?
Yes. Ganda ng mga guest natin ngayon. Last time, yung mga servicemen. Ngayon naman, mga nasa medical field.
Opo,
Yun.
at lahat sila mga member ng SoCal Pinoys, di ba?
Yes, member. Kaya kayo, mag-doktor na rin kayo at mag-nurse na rin kayo. Ha? Ako, konduktor ako.
Anong ibig sabihin ng conductor?
Con. Oo, di ba? Parang assistant conductor. Di ba? Yung driver, taga-drive. Ako, taga-kolekta lang ng mga pamasahe, taga-bigay ng ticket. O, yung konduktor, taga-tawag. O, isa pa, babiyahin na. Kaya po.
Pero ngayon po, meron talaga tayong mga doktor, mga totoong doktor na kasama natin dito sa ating programa, di ba?
Okay.
Tagalog.
Tagalog na Tagalog. Pero one of our guests is like Taglish. So, kailangan maging slang yung very ko, you know?
Kailangan mag-islang.
Maging slang. Kaya. Okay?
Tawagan naman natin ang ating mga panauhin.
Ang lalim naman, Ate Mick. Parang pang-tanga-tawag ng tanghala naman. Panauhin.
Kasi everyday, di ba, English ako ng English. Ngayon naman Tagalog. Kasi
Ako kasama mo, iba tayo. Para tayong si Batman and Batgirl. Yan.
Tagalog na Tagalog.
Ako serious malungkot na nga ang mundo, serious ka pa.
Pero maraming magpapasaya sa atin ngayong gabi, di ba, Kuya Ed?
Anong klaseng saya yan? Sige, basta happening, game ako. Yun.
Basta marami tayong mga nakakatuwang pag-uusap.
Yes, game ako dyan. Basta good vibes lang tayo.
Tawagin na
Drum roll!
Wala sound effect ngayon.
Wala si Kuya Arvin Wala, hindi yung sinabi, hindi ko sinet up yung gamit ko. Ito, wala nga akong mic Dito na lang ako sa computer.
Oo nga, hindi ka high-tech today Di bale, meron tayong high-tech ngayong araw na to. Tawagin na natin sila. So, tonight po, we have Miss Ellen Sampson.
Yay!
She's the CEO of American Geriatric, and she's a long-time geriatric professional, and she also does a lot of seminars and trainings on how to take care of our elderly. Right, Miss Ellen?
Yes, good evening.
Hi,
good
how are
evening,
you
madam.
Good
Can
evening
you give
po.
us a little background about yourself? Where are you from? Dito po sa SoCal.
Yeah, I am actually in Torrance. I'm based in Torrance, my office, and then I also have my kids live in Carson. So I'm a true-blooded Southern California. Southern California, South Bay. South Bay resident.
Yes, South Bay, Carson
Yes.
area.
Right? 562.
Yes. That's a 310 actually area. That's a 310 area, and yeah, it's more of we're actually 15 minutes away from the airport,
Right.
and just maybe few miles away from the beach. So mainit na sa lahat sa buong SoCal. Malamig pa kami.
Tagalog bigla akala ko hindi Pilipinas.
Don't be fooled po sa buhok ko. Because of the COVID, I stopped dyeing my hair. It's freedom. So,
Freedom
this is freedom. This is already my hair, and according to some friends, it's just going to be my trademark until I retire. This is really my true hair.
Good.
Bagay na bagay, ganda, beautiful.
Bagay sa inyo.
Salamat. Salamat.
And so for everybody, she's also a dementia practitioner. She's an international certified dementia practitioner, and she's also a dementia family dynamics coach and a geriatric care manager. So
Yes.
sanay na sanay talaga siya mag-alaga or sa pagturo ng pag-aalaga sa ating mga nakakatanda. O di ba Tagalog?
Tagalog. Yeah, I'm kind of comfortable here kasi dito Tagalog ang usapan, To which, marami ho kasi ang dementia po is something po dito na, lalo dito sa States, kahit sa Pilipinas, that, hindi pinag-uusapan yan dito eh. It's something that, ayun ang pag-usapan, but it's a reality that's afflicting our seniors. Sa Pilipinas, they think that dementia is normal lang daw yun, pero hindi po totoo yun, sakit po yun. Sakit ng matanda, it's brain failure.
Paano ano tawag naman po sa babae?
Ano po?
Ano po tawag pagka babae naman ang may dementia?
Parehas lang po. No, ano yun? Gender. Wala siyang gender.
Akala ko kasi pagka lalaki, dementia. Pag babae, dementia.
Dementia.
O, di ba? Lalaki, dementia eh. Pag babae, dementia.
Yeah.
And meron po tayong panauhin naman na nagaling po, actually she's a nurse at nagtatrabaho po siya sa psychiatric department. Tawagin po natin siya si Anne Benaventura.
Yun. Yay!
Hi Anne, how are you doing?
Everybody.
Miss AP.
evening.
Anne Benaventura.
Hi, Anne.
Hi, Ellen.
Oh, looks like old-time buddies, huh?
This is my second or third show. I don't even remember. I think my third show with Anne. Yeah, we've done a number of different shows. And she's now here as a nurse.
Yes.
Right. So you're representing our nurses, and she actually works in psychiatric department. And can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
About myself?
Yes.
Like professionally or personally?
Professionally, and what do you do? Yes.
Okay, so I've been a nurse for over 20 years, believe it or not. I'm only 21, just kidding. But yes, I've been in, the way that I got into psychiatry actually was accidentally. When I was taking the boards, my aunt said, hey, why don't you come apply at my job? I had no idea what it was. So when I applied at her job, I come to find out it was a psychiatric ward. It was a psych hospital. And I love psych. I haven't left it for 20 years. Although in the middle, I have had experience with case management. I've also done school nursing. But my heart has always been pulled towards psychiatry. And currently today I work for a nonprofit out in Lancaster, California, which is the Antelope Valley. And I work with the homeless of Los Angeles County for a nonprofit.
Bless your heart.
Thank you.
Oh, I can psych something about you, ma'am.
What is that? On my shirt says the nurse cape. The nurse cape is historical proof that nurses are heroes, superheroes.
Wow.
That is an awesome shirt.
Yay.
That is an awesome shirt, and it's so timely too. And we have someone here who actually works and actually owns a company who provides physicians assistants and nurse practitioners on call. Right? Isn't that cool? I mean, that's something that we all need right now. I mean, that it's very timely that he has this company of his, and we'll bring him in. Hi, Garth. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. You guys hear me?
How are you? Yes. You're
Is it
loud
me?
and clear.
Ako na pala. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Parang nakakanta, may
Meron pa akong pa-mic. Oh, I was on the other, I was also on another stream then. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me here, Mick. And DJ Edge. Hello, you guys. And Ellen. Hi, Ellen.
Quite a reverb.
Oh,
Right? But
super reverb.
So for everybody, so Garth Garcia is the owner of Doctors on the Go, And can you talk about a little bit about yourself and what you do with Doctors on the Go?
Okay, so me and my wife started Doctors on the Go last year. It's a mobile doctor. We send nurse practitioners and PAs to patients' homes who are homebound. So basically, those are ang ating mga lolos and lolas who cannot go to the hospitals or their primary care anymore. So we send them doctors basically,
Mhm.
and we employed a medical director who is of course an MD, and she oversee everyone, our nurse practitioners and PAs. Ayan.
And so how has it been with the pandemic and the lockdown? Are you guys busy?
Yes, actually, we got more referrals, we got more patients during the pandemic because yun nga, ang matatanda, they got scared of going out of the house. So we go to them, and for safety reasons as well, they also prefer telehealth. So we also do telehealth for them. We also do COVID testing over the phone or over the call to them.
Galing.
That is so awesome. It's so timely because that's something, a lot of people are at home and they can't go out, and
Right.
yeah, it's really hard because a lot of our kababayans, a lot of our family,
Mhm.
they're all high risk, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and so let's call on, speaking of high risk, let's call on Dr. Vito Garcia, because he works at a hospital and also a nurse. He's a longtime nurse, um, and he's a healthcare practitioner for a very long time, and he's also an administrator of a hospital, actually two hospitals, and he's a founding director of Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. I got that right. Yeah, so let us call him in. Hi, Dr. M. How are you doing?
Hey, Doc, what's up, Doc?
Hi, doctor.
No audio.
Oh, you don't have an audio. We can't hear you.
How about now?
Oh,
There we
that's
go.
great.
Okay.
Awesome. You
Rewind.
sound good.
So magandang umaga, magandang hapon at magandang gabi sa ating mga kababayan all over the world.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Dr. E.M. Vito Garcia, and I am from San Fernando Valley in Los Angeles County.
Nate,
I am a nurse practitioner my field of specialty is in adult gerontology, primary care. And I dabbled into internal medicine, and I am also the hospital administrator, chief operating officer, and chief nursing officer for Sherman Oaks Hospital and Encino Hospital Medical Center. So these are two hospitals that are within 3-mile radius. And my other persona is developing a graduate and doctoral program in nursing science. So, I have developed the nursing program at Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, for graduate masters of science in nursing with clinical nurse leadership focus. And we're developing a variety of nursing programs. And it's so timely that we need a lot more nurses educated into a much higher degree to tackle and address the issues, not only of the pandemic, but healthcare issues, disease management, chronic and acute services. So my clinical background really is in the emergency and trauma, critical care, perioperative, and peri-anesthesia services. So I'm not going to let you know how many years I've been in practice. I hope age doesn't show yet. Ang mga Pilipino has a certain unique DNA we don't look our age. Diba? So,
Yes.
yun. Kaya very, very excited to be here and to join the group of such accomplished people in healthcare. So what a privilege to be here with you,
Yes.
Mick and DJ Edge. So thank you
Yes.
very much for the opportunity.
Yes, and this is
Welcome po.
actually my second show with Dr. M. So we did that virtual class on nurses and furthering your education, nursing education with Dr. Sasha Rarang. And so speaking of like a whole like area, of healthcare, we also you know like our dental work, right, is also part of our health, right?
Right.
So and dentistry is also part of the healthcare industry. And so speaking of dentists, we have Dr. Victor Rosales, Dr. Victor Rosales with us, and so let's call him in.
Yay.
Hi guys. Hi
Hello,
Hi, Dr.
hello.
Victor.
Good
Dr.
evening po.
Victor.
Hi,
Good
how are you
evening.
doing?
Hello. Hi.
And
I'm
can you
doing
tell
good,
us
thank
something
you.
about yourself?
Um, my name is Dr. Victor Rosales. I'm currently practicing dentist in Covina, California. I have two practices. One is in San Fernando Valley, and one is in Covina. So I've been a dentist for almost 22 years, and I've been,
Wow.
so glad that I'm here right now and with you guys, so-called Pinoy group, and I'm excited.
Yeah, we're excited to bring in everyone. And can you tell us something a little bit about what's happening out there in your practice, considering, we're all in lockdown and we still have a pandemic?
Since the lockdown, I was like, we our organization decided to tell us to just only take emergency patients, and some
Mm-hmm.
of my colleagues, they totally locked down, and I was like, a lot of call. I'm getting a lot of calls in my office. I was like, I cannot be locked down forever. After a week of lockdown, I accept patients, emergency patients. But I do a lot of different enhance my the way the protocol now to see a patient. Before they come into the office, we check the temperature, and we ask a lot of questionnaires. Where they've been. I dare have any some sort of fever, something like that. Because we don't know
Right.
who has the virus. So
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
and in my office, we enhance our the way we treat the patients. Like we, I bought some new equipment, expensive equipment, to make sure that all those particles that come out of the patient's mouth will be
Mhm.
taken by this machine, and it will be filtered and be for us healthcare workers that works in my office to be safe, and all the patients that coming also in my office will be safe.
Yes,
Right.
thank you so much. And let's all bring in everyone, so we can talk more about what's happening out there during this time. So I'm gonna bring in each and every single one of you guys. Hello, everyone.
Meow.
Hi, hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello,
Wow.
everybody. Nice to meet you.
Nice
It's good
to
to
meet
see
you.
everyone.
Ah, the
What
Fantastic
happened to
Six.
Hey.
The Fantastic Six.
No, make it seven. Wrong
Seven.
count.
Then,
Seven.
And so, um, can we all talk about the what's happening out there right now? Just very briefly, in terms of each of your fields, what are like the different things that you're doing considering there's a pandemic?
Okay, so I'll start. So in the hospital arena, there's people are so scared to go to the hospital because of the pandemic and the susceptibility of individuals na baka magkasakit sila pag nagpunta sila sa hospital or whatnot. There, maraming opportunities na kapag may sakit ka, I think that you really have to think about, uh, you know, um, seeking care. If you are sick, you need to seek care. Do not be afraid of hospitals. Hospitals, prepare, for these type of events. Uh, we have separate. I'm speaking particularly for Sherman Oaks and Encino hospitals in San Fernando Valley that we have, prepared for it for months. And trying to get and ensure that patients are well taken care of. The infection control and prevention measures are put in place, and that the persons under investigations who we are testing for, but yet are showing symptoms, of COVID-like symptoms and are still waiting for that PCR test, which is essentially a confirmatory test. Needing a lot of attention, and then we are happy and we are equipped, to provide those care to them. The same is true, probably Garth can talk to you about more on the concierge type kind of delivery of healthcare at home. In terms of higher education in academia, we have taken advantage of the flexibility that is afforded to us, by the state and the creditors, to provide and deliver educational means using technology, so via
Mhm.
distance learning. So I think that my advice to everybody, that if you are feeling sick, and that it's a sudden, we have fever that would not break, that you think that you have some respiratory symptoms, having difficulty breathing, coughing, having chest pains, if you think that your arms are numb, you're having hypertensive crisis of some sort, you need to seek care and you need to go to the emergency department. And I think that because you'll never know. Remember, time is muscle, time is oxygen, time is brain.
Mhm.
So the
Exactly.
longer you wait, and the worse clinical presentation that you have, the harder it is for us to treat. So
Yes, and I wanted to go back to what you said earlier. So considering, a lot of people can't go out, a lot of people are stuck in their homes or they're scared, like me. I'm scared to go out. Um, so what can they do, like especially our elderly, and maybe Garth can answer. Since he deals with, taking care, sending nurse practitioners or physician's assistants to our elderly.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you well.
Um, so I was actually saying, like, maybe you can talk about what you do in terms of sending physicians assistants and nurse practitioners to our elderly.
Yeah, so basically, that's the nature of our business right now. Are you asking on what we do to prevent COVID-19? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, yes.
So basically, during the height of the pandemic, Medicare did not allow us for the moment to send our nurse practitioners and PAs to patients' homes. But immediately after a month, they allowed us. During those times, we only do telehealth straight. But what they did to the providers, we pay them, and we pay them same as face to face. So, but for the safety of the patients and the nurse practitioners, all of the services that we did was telehealth. If we have to go, or we really have to send doctors or nurse practitioners, there's always an exception. Yun lang.
And hang on.
Si
Let
Dr.
me
is on mute.
unmute Dr. M.
Hey, Dr.
So
M.
yeah, there is a growing interest on how we can reach more people so we can treat them. Patients with dementia. Ellen could probably discuss and chime in into the dementia world and the difference between patients having delirium and dementia and whatnot. So, but there are some interest, and actually there are regulatory undertaking at this point in time, to coin this hospitals without borders, meaning that, acute care patients may be, depending on what the condition is, may be treated at home. There's also patients who are in acute psychosis. Maybe Anne can talk about, psychiatry as to what the parameters and the protocols are for these patients who are, having a psychotic break, but yet, because of the concerns of COVID, will probably, have particular issues pertaining to the care of these patients. So I think that on the regulatory front, Mick and DJ Edge, that there's a lot of growing interest on how to reach more patients, at the comforts of their homes.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
That's correct.
And
Can I chime in?
yes.
So I was going to chime in on what Dr. Garcia said. So in psychiatry, we are using a lot of telehealth. A lot of our members are using either FaceTime on their case manager's phone. They're interacting with the provider, the psychiatrist, or the nurse practitioner via FaceTime or via three-way call. So that's how a lot of psychiatry issues are being dealt with for our patients in particular. It's all remote. It's all, within a distance. And if the members have to see a provider, they have to maintain social distance. So we allow them to come into our building only once a week, and that's just to get their shots. Other than that, our building is closed. We cannot have any patients come in at all for any patient care. Everything is done remotely. I mean, if we need to see them, if they're going to get their shot, it's even done outside where it's open air, and we try to use as minimal interaction as possible to get them in and out.
Correct.
It's very different than what they're used to, because my facility used to actually allow them to shower and get supplies and do laundry, and now they have none of that access right now because of COVID.
Yeah, just to chime in also with, I'm so happy that I have two prospects in networking here, Dr. Garth and Dr. M. Yeah, I'm a geriatric care actually. The dementia practitioner thing is just, I got this 2 years ago, but my specialty is actually geriatrics. I'm not a doctor, I'm just a geriatric care manager, but as you were saying about, there are a lot of things that people in home care and families could learn so that the senior doesn't have to stay in the hospital. There's a missing piece actually with the reduction of hospital admission. It's actually the caregiver. If the caregiver and the family, primary caregiver and professional caregiver, if they are trained, they can actually become the feedback mechanism. You just don't call 911. Check the vitals first, or sometimes if you teach the family on how to handle this by virtue of like training, that's what geriatric care managers do. We just educate the family and coordinate. We do not allow the seniors to miss a doctor's appointment before if we have to hold them, because I know doctors hate postponed appointments. So now what we're doing is we're teaching the families at the same time arranging telehealth. I just had a client a while ago and in Riverside, She can't go. So we have to bring our computers. And you know what? Arrange everything. And we taught the family caregiver, this is how you do it. This is the link, everything. So every week they already know. Maybe, and also for dementia, a lot of families, they don't know dementia. How do you answer? If your mom tells you, you're stealing my money. Or yeah, she tells your sister, oh, you know what? She is starving. She just ate her breakfast. If the family does not know the right language and approach, it's going to destroy relationships. So actually, I'm inviting everyone tomorrow. We have a Dementia 101. I hope that they haven't closed. We have 300 signups. So this is Dementia 101 for caregivers, family caregivers, and professional caregivers. It is easy to teach on how to give a shower, feed a person, but how do you talk to them? That's what I'm going to teach tomorrow. The right language and approach, so that it's everything will be a no if you if you use the wrong language. Pag sinabi mo, oh, it's time for you to take a shower, that's not the right word. It's time for us to take a shower, so it doesn't sound like an order. Because if you sound like you're giving orders, the seniors would say, back off. I don't know. So I'd like to invite everyone tomorrow. It's going to be at 6 o'clock. There's a link. It's a free one. And it's an advocacy, just like, an advocacy to spread the word about dementia, because we Filipinos, we just think that, dementia is something like, oh, it's a normal thing. No, it's not. It's brain failure. And a lot of seniors are dying, very lonely, because you know what? We never understood as family on what they're going through. So we'd like to snatch them away from, so you guys are invited.
And I've actually seen a couple of movies where it's about dementia, and I've read some articles saying that music kind of brings their memory back. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. It brings down the emotions that go with it. Sometimes people with dementia, they forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. That music actually brings them back. There's this anecdote that I always mention: when the time comes that you still have, an advice. We still have it. Try maintaining your own notebook of the happy emotions, happy only, not momentous, just the happy moments, or a blog. Because eventually, when you lose your memory, that's where your caregivers and families will redirect you. So if you're agitated and they just show you something, you will always be in a happy place, because you are living a memory that you wrote, and hopefully you will remember. So I call that the notebook.
Yes. And we should always, keep, have a keepsake, keep our memories. A lot of people are vlogging now, so they, can go back to those, and, we have all this technology, right? And in some ways, music always brings us back to the happy memories, right? And we do have someone tonight who can sing among our guests. Can you believe that? Did you guys know that? No?
No.
Who is it? Do you guys want to take a guess? I mean, we have a guest who can actually sing.
Is it you, Dr. M?
Me?
Speaking of happy memories, right? We're going to make memories tonight, because we're going to be, our rooms, in our house during this pandemic, during this lockdown, we're going to be filled with music tonight. And
I think Mick, let me take a wild guess. Judging by that expensive probably microphone that has, and judging by the name itself, like Garth Brooks, like a little bit of a singer for me. So my bet, I bet you $100 it'll be Garth Garcia.
Yeah, can we hear something from you, Garth? Like, prove us right. Like, prove Dr. M right. How's that?
You're cutting out. Okay, hold on. Let me set it up. There you go.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right, Dr. M.
We have a singing doctor here. Impressive.
Right?
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys hear the mic?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sing a Christmas song.
I want to know like if Dr. Ev is right.
Okay. Yeah, judging from the mic though, so let's try it. By the way, guys, if you guys need mobile doctors, NPs, or PAs, just go to our website, drsonthego.com. And doctorsonthego.com, we also have a Facebook page. Diba? All right, so this is the Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. There you go. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if Rainy really know how to fly. And so I'm offering the simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Yay. Thank you.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much, Garth. Oh my gosh, that was so surprising.
Okay. Can hear.
It's
Oh
so
my God.
awesome, right? Like
Very
for
awesome.
everybody, you know, if you're surprised, like give Garth some hearts, like smash that heart button. And if you're watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay and hashtag Garth.
Wow.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome, Garth. And so tell us, aside from doctors, because that was such a surprise, you know, a lot of people were surprised, like we're getting a lot of comments, like they didn't know that, you know, like you do Doctors on the Go, right? And you also sing.
Yeah. So before
And,
before we start the business, yeah, I was singing.
yeah. And so do you have do you have any song like so yeah, so just tell us a little bit about yourself, like as singer. Do you sing professionally?
As a singer. Yeah, I'm currently signed with Ivory Music. They are Sony Music Philippines parang branch. And I had an album out. It's called Collab Sessions. It's a collaboration with different Filipino American artists, including Judge Vinson from The Voice USA. I also had a collaboration
yeah.
with Shereen Regis. She's from Star in a Million way back. And yeah, it's already out. And also, I just released a Christmas single called Bakit Malungkot ang Pasko, diba? para sa mga iniwan. Ayan.
So, does
Yeah,
everyone
thank you.
want to hear that? Are you ready to like sing that
Sing it,
song for
sing it.
everybody?
No, I don't have a -1 for that. So
Oh, okay.
baka malungkot
Can you-
sila sa song na
Acapella.
sobrang
Oh, no,
Acapella,
malungkot
Garth.
yun.
acapella. Who requested for that? I can
That's
see their
Anne.
faces. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay,
Anne
the-
requested it.
The chorus goes like, Bakit malungkot ang Pasko? Di ba dapat
masaya ang mundo. Bakit naman sa lahat pa ng araw, Pasko pang napili mo nang ako'y iwan. Something like that. It's a ballad.
Very nice. Very nice.
Awesome. And do you guys want another song from Garth?
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Parang naging,
like
ano to, parang naging
no.
musical show siya, ha?
yung musical show.
Okay lang ba
It's the best show.
Yeah. Yeah. So like, since when we're in the middle of pandemic, we're in the middle of lockdown. I mean, we're all at home at this time, right? And sometimes music is our only companion, right? But tonight we have Garth as a companion, Garth and his
okay.
music, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So just if you could do one song for us, that would be great. Because I know like Garth has to go really soon, and if you can, have a couple of more minutes, that would be awesome.
All right. Okay. I'll choose a really short song. And Time After Time. Thank you, Mick, for inviting me here. And again,
You're welcome.
it's a great platform to promote again. So our clients basically are home health agencies and hospice agencies. Yun yung mga kinikater namin.
Yes, and we do have a lot of SoCal Pinoy's members.
So I have to set up
who
again.
have,
Sorry ha, papalit-palit ako. All right.
Doc, I would really be interested to talk to you because we send doctors to high-end patient homes.
Mhm.
Wow. Sige,
Yeah, and
sige.
so through,
We guys should
through
be
the
friends on
podcast,
Facebook
we're
after
always,
this.
connecting with each other. And
Yeah,
listening
we
to
should connect
good
after. All right. So this is called Time After Time. It's a male version from Cyndi Lauper.
Lying in my bed, hear the clock tick and think of you. Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing new. Flashback, one night, almost left behind. Suitcase of memories. Time after, sometimes you picture me. I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me. I can't hear what you've said. Then you said, go slow. I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. After my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray, watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from deep inside. The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. You said go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you and I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. Time after time. Thank you guys.
Oh my god!
I have to move this again. Change the headset.
God, that is so amazing. So everybody smash that heart button for Garth. Hashtag Garth. Give him some encouragement to continue to inspire a lot of people and share his music with the
Thank you.
world. Yes, thank you so
All right.
much, Garth. And
Thank you guys so much.
and we know you have to go right away. And
Yeah, I
so
have to go. I have
yeah,
a
yeah. Well,
I have
thank
a
you so
9
much
p.m.
for. So what's happening at 9 o'clock? Can you tell everybody? Like, is that open to everyone or no?
Yeah, so it's a Filipino American Cancer Care invited me to talk to them about my business as well, and as well they also invited me to perform, just like what happened right now. And I hope to connect with all the guys here from the medical field to talk business again as well. Ayan. Maraming
Yes.
salamat, so-called
Thank you,
Pinoys,
Garth.
and glad to meet everyone here. Dr. Garcia, our dentist friend, DJ Edge, si Ellen, and of course Ellen, and sorry,
Anne.
Liliit and Anne.
Anne.
Thank you guys so much. Let's
Yes.
connect on Facebook, huh?
Yes, and this is a beautiful thing because as members of SoCal Pinoys, we can all connect and get to know each other and also network with each other. And just like what happened right now, no one knew each other. No one knew Garth is a singer, but then, everyone's kind of doing the same thing and we can all help each other out, right? And in that we're also uplifting our Filipino American community. And so for that, Garth, we want to thank you for being on our show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We know you have to go right away. But the show is not over and we're gonna continue with all the fun. But we hope to see you soon, Garth. So going back to what we were talking about, that is so awesome, right?
Yes.
I mean,
know,
did you
that
guys know?
That is absolutely, I mean, I think it's innate. Filipinos are known to have hidden talents, right? They always have something in their pockets,
Amen.
to the world. And
Yeah,
not only in the caring aspect, because we are naturally emotional
yes.
people,
And
right?
do you guys have any hidden talents?
I dance hula, but I'm not dancing right now.
Well, show me the pole. And
I don't know how to do the pole. I told you I could do the hula, but not the pole.
And so for everybody, I'm just curious. What inspired you to get into the field that you're in? What inspired you to do the thing that you're doing? In healthcare, whether it's in dementia or being a nurse or being in dentistry. What inspired you, and how did you, start? And for those of us viewers who are watching or who are in the middle of crossroads or who are just starting with their careers, what are your give them some insights, or what are your tips for them? Maybe they'll be inspired as well through you.
I'll give you a tip. So I have 3 tips, actually. I think to be a really good nurse, you have to be genuine and you have to listen to your patients. And it's really important to always, always, always leave your work behind. Once you leave your work, you don't take it home to your family. You leave that at your office or your hospital, so that it doesn't roll into your personal life, that your personal life is separate from your professional life, that you leave it at the door. I think it's a great thing
That's
to
a
do.
great pearl. That's a great pearl. Dr. Rosales, dentistry.
Yeah, so dentistry is been part of my life. Since I one day my mom told me, hey, let's go to the dentist. That was when I was graduating high school, and I think that's the first time I went to the dentist. In the Philippines, if you live in the province, the only thing the dentist is yourself. You need to brush your teeth, or you can get a piece of guava tree, and then you clean the teeth with that, No. So one day, we went to the dentist. The dentist, he was talking to my mom, and sabi niya, so ano ba kukunin mo pag matapos ka? So I told him, I don't know. Kasi right then, ang focus ko, sabi ng parents ko, okay, when you guys approve your petition, you're gonna be studying in the US. I was like, that was 1990. So right then I was like, I don't know what to get. And then the dentist told me, there's a short course that you can take at Central Escolar University. So which is dental technician. So I went to that course, and hey, I listened to the dentist because that's so he's a professional. And when I was in high school, I was like, I love seeing students that wearing white uniform. I was like, I idol them. I idolized them. I was like, I want to be that person wearing the uniform. And since then, I focus my vision that I'm gonna be that person. So when I finished that course, the dental technician. After that, I was like, I'm not complete. I feel not complete. So I asked my parents, hey, they're both here in the US. They're both caregivers. So we're 9 in the family. So 8 kids, and they're both working as caregivers in the US, and we're the ones that take care of ourselves there. You know what I mean? So we're gonna need to focus on our education, make sure that, hey, I need to finish this so that I can have a better future. So right then, my mom told me, okay, anak, basta kaya mo, I support you. When my mom told me that, okay, ma, ito ang masasabi ko sa'yo. So I will focus on my study, and I will make sure that you will be proud someday that you can have a dentist in the family. So 1998, I graduated, and I was so happy that I focused. The only thing that I can advise to the viewers is focus on where you're heading. Because if you're not focusing your heading, you don't know your destination.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need to focus and make sure that you head to the destination.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
here right now.
Very.
Can I add to what Doctor said? So just also with focusing, like age doesn't matter. Like a lot of times people will look down on you if you're going back to school or whatever. I think that age doesn't matter. Like as long as you start, that's where it matters, that you started, that you actually started and you focused. Because some people, they just lose focus as they get older. They don't want to go back to school because they're nakakahiya, they feel like, oh, I don't want to go back to school. It's embarrassing. But really, it's actually very admirable to see people that are older go back to school and do what they need to do, to improve their lives.
That's very, very true.
True.
I think many of us, can absolutely appreciate, particularly those people who are, our listeners for tonight, and hopefully that we can inspire you to take that first step. To making a difference to yourselves, to your families, and to the world. To be totally honest, I am the 9th child of 11. I am the 8th nurse in the family.
Oh my goodness.
So we are a family of nurses.
Oh.
I was inspired by my sisters. I have 8 sisters before I was born. So I'm the firstborn boy, and then 2 more brothers after me. Both are nurses too. So, I think that, there's just a certain level of, at that particular time in the 80s and 90s, I see my sisters, wearing this, very cool cap, and all white stockings, shoes white. And I said, oh my God, in the middle of signal storm number 1, 2, and 3, lahat ng, lahat ng sinusulong nila. And then we are known to have, magpaanak sa barrio, dun sa barangay namin. We are go to the houses and deliver babies there. And my sisters really, showed, a lot of heart, and a lot of passion for others, kasi hindi naman lahat ng Pilipino porket nasa Amerika nagsimula ng maginhawa ang buhay. We have our own humble beginnings, but so long as there is opportunity, ang masasabi ko lang is always take that opportunity. Pag ikaw ay if people look at you as if you're trying very hard, it's okay. I think you should really grab that strength. Remember, Filipino ka. That's number one. Number two is that learning is so infinite. Kaya nga ako aral ng aral. Pagkatapos ng PhD ng management, nag-doctorate uli ng health education. Pero hindi ko pa rin nalalaman yung gusto kong makita. So I went into my doctorate in nursing practice. So kasi very curious ako sa lahat ng bagay. And I think that people should really find that inspiration. Whatever you're passionate about, just go for it. Just go for it. Don't wait for someone to push you. You push yourself. And then be an example to others. Because I think that, that will give others that opportunity too, na makita nila, oh my God, I can be somebody and I can be someone that other people look up to. Okay. Always be humble though. Always be kind. Always be giving. Always be understanding. Kasi wala naman taong perfecto. Right? To err is human. Lahat tayo nagkakamali. Oh, tama na ang drama. Sunod.
Miss Ellen, I know your area of expertise is very specific. So how did you get into that area of focus?
Actually, my story is story of resilience. I'm just one of those women who ran to America to run away from a bad marriage, and in tow, I 3 kids. My background actually is property management. I know you're familiar with the SM malls. I was the regional manager of SM malls. I put up SM, Mega Mall, Fairview, Centerpoint, all those big malls, and then I have to go to America because my kids said, oh, you want to run away, you're always fighting. So anyway, to cut the story short, I went to America and nobody wanted to hire me. Because you know what? I don't have the local experience. So you know what? The story is that somebody told me, do you want to take care of old people? I am a corporate executive. I was a jet-setting one, working with the tycoons. And here comes telling me to do something. And you know what? It humbled me. It's going to pay the bills. Why not? So on my first day, I have to do with poopy and vomit. Remember yung Sharon Cuneta sa caregiver? Umiiyak siya while she was like, I did that. I was crying and I thought myself like, she's a loser. What am I doing here? But you know what? On my first day, I went to sleep so exhausted, but I have a smile in my face because I made a difference in that first patient of mine. And I was so happy. I was paid $150 for that day. And I felt happy. And I said, no, I'm going to go back. And you know what? Every day, I liked it. With the corporate world, you think 80% because you have to handle the bottom line, the profit for your bosses. And you just care 20. But in this business, you care 80 and you have the money 20. But if you like what you do, money follows. So I thought to myself, why not do this for a living? And then you know what? I always tell our staff, because we also have a caregiving part, I always tell them, hey, I'm not just somebody who has the money who put up a caregiving agency or a care management company. I've dealt with it. I've done it. I've dirtied my hands. And you know what? Every time they introduce me, at the end of it, I always say Ellen Sampson with all those titles, and then there's that caregiver. I am really proud of it. You know, I designed American Geriatric to be different from the regular caregiving, and we went specialized. But you know what? I am always proud. I am a caregiver. Today, I have to handle one client, clean her up because she doesn't know how to clean herself up. It's one way of putting your feet on the ground that, this is a caring business, and a lot of families, a lot of seniors depend on you. And our caregivers that we send, they're really highly trained. You will also, just like what Doc Ed said here, you have to be human. So if we interview them, we ask them, so why are you doing this? And they say, oh, I need a job. So you're in the wrong business. It should be, a passion. Kapag may dumaang matanda at hindi mo nilingon, this is not your business. You know what? Because if you don't have the passion, you have to deal with poop, pee, and vomit. You have to deal with the dramas of the family. You have to deal with dementia. You can even get hit if you're not trained. So we always say that it's just the passion, the advocacy. And nag-graduate ako ng konti with dun sa just the caregiving, yung dementia. Right now, I have an aunt who sent me to college. Nasa Philippines pa ako. During this Mother's Day, she told me and she said, you know what, can I ask you something? Sabi ko, ano yun, tita? Sabi niya, bakit ang bait-bait mo sa akin? Sino ka ba? She cannot remember me. And just like, you know what, that hit me. I keep on talking about dementia, doing lectures, but when it's close to home, ang sakit. So that's why it is now a passion to talk about dementia. But ang may advice ko lang dun sa mga iba, I moved here when I was 42. Tama yung sabi, you know what, you can start all over again. Sometimes, what it brought you down, it's the resilience. You can go back up again. You're inspired. You have a family. There are a lot of things to be thankful for. But there's one thing, you know what? In every sunset, there is a sunrise. So, yun ang masasabi. Thank you.
That is so awesome.
Oh my God, very, very inspirational. No, I'm pretty sure naman, Mick and DJ Edge, that, there are so many people out there with, their own stories that could inspire others. And I think these are stories of our lives, days of our lives, right?
Yes. And that's exactly why we have this show. It's all about you guys. It's all about our SoCal Pinoys. Who is SoCal? It's all about, our members and everyone in our community, and we're highlighting them and putting them, on this stage, on this platform, in the podcast, so that we can hear their stories. And it's such a beautiful thing to be able to hear everyone's stories. It's so inspiring, and it just keeps on making us keep on going, right? I mean, considering like all the things that we've gone through this year, and it's such a beautiful thing to have all of you with us in this show. This is so awesome. I mean, I'm like literally like goosebumps, with all your stories. And yeah, like, I mean, for me, it's more of like a selfish thing. I get to like, feed off of like all of this, good stories and like all the inspiration and all these amazing tales of your failures and successes. I mean, for me, that's what makes it worth it. Like, I get to like receive all of that. And it's such a wonderful thing to have all of you in our show, right, Kuya Ed?
I don't think he can hear you.
Hey, Kuya
Right,
Dante,
Kuya Ed?
the top 6 in SoCal, right? all the golden nuggets that we
Yes,
As you go
acquired.
along, mate,
Kaya
you will
lahat
have
ng mga
more. Actually, a
no?
lot more stories. You know, a lot more
Yeah.
stories. I'm also with the Chamber of Commerce. You know, I'm one of the founders of the Coalition of Filipino American Chambers of Commerce. That's my other thing. You know, you have a question here that what do you do after your work? I do the
yes,
Chamber of Commerce
yes,
thing. You know, and thank you
yes.
for joining the Chamber of Commerce. And it's good. There's just one splice I want to mention about Chamber of Commerce. The problem with us Filipinos is that when we were in school, when we were kids, they told us, oh, you go to school because you know what? You have to learn this so that you can be a good doctor, a good nurse, a good, you know what? It's everything. That's what your parents tell you. But the thing is, ask yourself, when was the last time that your parents told you, oh, you have to go to church at school because could be a good entrepreneur or a business person? None. It is not in the radar of our culture. That's why when I was in Filipino American Chambers of Commerce in Greater Los Angeles, I was the president. I made a battle cry of like, you know what, the entrepreneurship movement. Because all of us are good doctors. You know, we're good employees. But after that, we can also enrich ourselves. We can put up our own. You know, but the thing is, kung nag-iisa ka lang, wala namang sumusuporta sa'yo, you know what, you retire and then what do you do? Pwede ka namang magpayaman sa sarili mo, you know, or you can be on business. So we always say, you know, let's support also the small businesses and those, you know, efforts for Filipinos, Philams, to become their own, you know, bosses and their own businesses. So thank you, mate, for that, for, you know, joining GLA. Thank you.
Yeah, I look forward to, you know, doing a lot of things with FACC GLA, and as you know, I'm doing what I'm doing now, and just starting, but hopefully with, you know, what I can do at FACC GLA and all the mentorship that they can offer, that will be amazing. I mean, you know, then we can impact more people and have so much more platforms like this show,
I'm just a
right?
phone call away. I'm also a John Maxwell coach. So, you know, just feel free to call me if in case that you want like devil's advocate. So just give me
Yeah,
a
I
call.
mean, there's like a whole wealth of information just with
Yes.
our guests tonight. I mean, we learned so much and picked up so many golden nuggets. I mean, they're not even nuggets anymore. They're like one whole golden bar, right? That is so awesome.
Tama, just a precautionary thing, you know, sa mga ating mga kababayan, you know, because remember, you know, there's a disproportionate number of healthcare workers, as we know, a lot of healthcare workers that work in various clinical settings and healthcare organizations. You know, primarily there's a huge number of Filipinos, you know, working there, and you know, our heart goes out, you know, to our fellow men who have been afflicted, you know, by COVID-19. You know, but you know, let us as Filipinos, let's really fight, you know, this virus by adhering to social distancing, you know, masking. And staying at home if there is no other business that you needed to do outside. Always be mindful of the health officer's order. Always remember that we only live once. And if we want to really live it fully, you know, we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves. Let this, you know, pandemic be a cue for all of us, you know, that self-care is now. And self-care meaning we have to be, we have to recognize that we got to take care of ourselves first for us to be able to take care of others. And if you are needing assistance and help, do not ever be afraid to reach out to your doctors, to reach out to your family and friends who are in the healthcare field, because we are, we need a lot of nurses. We need a lot of healthcare workers. We need a lot of those, that improve, the health of individual, whether it's mentally, whether it's physically, whether it's, a particular spectrum or a disorder, whether it's our teeth, we need to take care of ourselves and be mindful, of our actions, because it has direct impact to the health of others. So, paalala lang po mga kababayan, to always be careful and always be safe.
And does anyone else have reminders for anyone?
I have a reminder.
Okay, I have reminders also. So,
go ahead. No, go, doctor.
okay. So, for everyone that watching here, so dental health is usually sometimes the last one to come out that, hey, this is only a dental pain. But the thing is, dental pain can be more damaging to us also. You can get sepsis if you have infection. So if you taking so much medication, it can affect your liver or part of your body. So if you have a real emergency that you really go to the dentist. Dentist is a safe place to go. Don't be scared to go to the dentist. We have the highest precautionary measures that we do practice in the dental office. That's the CDC guidelines that we follow. So everyone that watching, don't delay your dental procedures that need to be done. Like if you have dental infection, a toothache that you guys having right now, don't delay. It's safe to go to the dental office.
And
that's it.
Oh, I want to just remind everyone that, if you are having like feelings of sadness or any suicidal thoughts or anything like that, there are resources out there available to you to just one phone call away, like the suicide hotline. You can call that number, the 800-273-8255 number, or you can even call the warm line if you want to just talk to somebody. Even if you're not suicidal, just you need to talk. There's a number, it's 1-855-845-7415. It's important that people know that those numbers exist, because a lot of people they just hold in a lot of their emotions and they don't reach out to anyone until it's too late. And we don't want that. Please, if you feel sadness or anything like that, please reach out to someone. Let somebody know that you're feeling that way, especially now that a lot of people are feeling very isolated and sad because they're not able to get out and, be with their friends and family, especially during the holidays. It's very important that people know that there is something out there for you to reach out and get the help that you need.
What's that phone number again, so that I can put it?
The suicide hotline is 800-273-8255. And the warm line, which is just like a talking line, is 855-845-7415.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Ellen?
Yeah, I just like to impart for the audiences that please take care of lolas and lolos, and you have to learn the right language and approach. It's so important that the right language and approach through dementia is given to them, because we don't want lolas and lolos to go. Could you imagine you've done all this throughout your life, and then you will not be treated right, not because they don't love you, but because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The number one mistake of people in dementia care is reality orientation. If she says this wall is red, even though it's white, yes, it's red. Because you know why? That's how her brain is processing what her eyes are seeing. That is her reality. Now, if you keep saying, oh, Lola, hindi naman yan puti. You said it in a very nice, hindi ganyan red, puti yan, tingnan mo, oh. You pointed out, what will she would say? It's that, oh, tingin mo, nagsisinungaling ako. You think I'm stupid. You think I'm making this up. So agitated na si Lola. The next time sabihin ka kay Lola, you will be the bad guy. Because she will remind, you imagine every day in, out, you're telling Lola that she's stupid because you're giving her reality orientation. Until eventually, majority of seniors who have dementia stop talking, not because they cannot talk anymore. They just stop living. Put yourself always in their shoes. If you keep on telling them the reality, pinpointing a flaw, trying to correct them, they would feel so inadequate that one day they will get agitated, then one day they'll stop. And then after that, when you have depression, we have Anne here, depression will cause the death. So a lot of seniors, that's why we are trying with American Geriatric to reach out more, the awareness. This is how you talk to Lola. Actually, next year, I have a series just for the Filipino community. How do you talk to Lola and Lola? Especially the younger generation. They don't care about dementia. Oh, this is something they just push aside. You have to know how to talk to them. You have to know that. Most of my clientele are actually more in the mainstream, but next year, we're going to do it worldwide. It's going to be sa Philippines naman because we want to reach Filipinos, especially in our culture. Tingin lang natin okay lang yan eh. Ang tawag nila, kabaw, it's just dismissed. Ay matanda na kasi siya. They should know that dementia and Alzheimer's is brain failure. I would like maybe when we get next year, I'll try to send you guys an invite. So in the time comes that you have somebody or Lola or mom, starts speaking a different language. And then how do you know? How do you address situations like that? I would love to help. And if in case may nakikinig dito, meron kayong problema ganon, feel free to call me. I really do answer my phone calls. It's not about the money. It's more about the advocacy. That's acreage in heaven. Yeah, thank you.
And before we all go, I just wanted to know from each one of you, what are your most memorable moments at your professional work? Do you have any, like the most memorable moment or the thing that stands out the most that you don't, that you can't forget?
I have one. I had a patient for a long time. He was isolative and just very sad. And one day I approached him and I said, "Do you mind if I talk to you about God?" Just out of the blue, because I noticed that he was always asking for a Bible and nobody was just taking him seriously. So one day I called down to our chaplain service and the VA and I said, "Can I please have a Bible? I don't know which one exactly he needs, but can you bring me all of them?" So they brought all the different ones, the Quran, every type of Bible you can imagine. And I brought it to this gentleman and his face just lit up when he saw the Bible. He was like, out of all the people I've spoken to in and out of my days here, because he'd been there for several days, nobody ever even wanted to talk to me about God. And you're the first one. And when I did that, and he remembered months later, he came back, he was just like, every time I see you, I always think you're the best nurse because you talked to me about God and you told me that everything will be all right as long as you open up that book when you're feeling sad or whatever. And I read the book. He was just every time, just brightened up. And every time when I think of how I approach a patient, because you never know if they're going to be suicidal or homicidal or whatever's going on in them. I always think, what can I do to just make them smile, even if it's just something little? Even handing them a pencil or something, just to make that one little moment a difference in their life for that day. It's just amazing the things that I've experienced in psych, and that man always comes to memory and brings that little joy in my heart. I'm in the right profession because I actually make a difference in someone's life, even if it's just for that one little moment.
That is beautiful. Anyone else has a memorable thing?
I have some, but for me is when we do mission Philippines every year. I have a group here also I'm a current president. So we call Central Escolar University Alumni Association. So we do like mission every year, and there's one lady that uh, uh, we saw her. Nakita namin siya when we had a mission like 5 years ago in my province. So before pandemic this year, we went back in my province in Mindoro. So we kicked like 500 patients, and um, at that time, I asked my cousin, sabi ko, can you find 20 individuals to because I want to give them dentures, any type of removable dentures. So I contacted the local dentist to do the fitting already, and so that when we get there, the dentures can easily put in. I have one there that I saw her 5 years ago. We pulled all her teeth last
Oh,
5 years
wow.
ago, and this time, I gave her a denture. When I'm delivering a denture, she had me crying, and you know we don't have a food, we don't have a money to put on the table. We just umaasa lang sila sa mga kamag-anak nila, but you gave me something that I can eat the yung pagkain na binibigay sa akin ng mga kamag-anak ko sa table. I was like, yung kapit sa yung matanda, which is really really genuine, na happy siya
Mhm.
na deliver mo yung denture sa bibig niya. I was like, it feels good to me. You know what I mean? If
Mhm.
you see those people that live, even though they have gauze in their mouth, you know, smiling and thank you for all your goodwill or something like that. You give dental mission, you give free services to your community. Those are the things that it always give me that's it's always give me a smile in my heart. You know what I mean? Like giving back to community. That's my good mission, that I always share my blessings to others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's important.
Sa akin naman, I remember, I was working in a hospital as a trauma nurse, and night shift, and fifth floor called, which is our OB. He said, I think someone is delivering by the ambulance bay. So I said, oh my God, we're running two trauma rooms already. So, gunshot and, whatnot. So I said, my God, let me, the doctor, we only have two doctors plus one PA that's pretty much doing all other rooms, and then I said, oh my God. So I had to go. I got the OB bag and then went out and actually delivered the baby there, in the ambulance bay, because the moment that they came down, our OB team, at that hospital, it's all done. And it was, so I had to ask her husband to push with her, and she had to push. I had to, and in that middle of the night, I have an EMT with me, flashlight and all, cut the cord outside, and wrap the baby, good cry. So that is very, very, thank goodness, that this is over. She came back and said, I'd like to invite you, to the christening of the child. So, all that happened. And gosh, she graduated high school. She wanted me to go to her graduation. So I went to her graduation. She was accepted to an Ivy League school in Boston. And the story was, the mom had issues with drugs. So the baby actually, was, they call them, crack baby. So I had I think that probably that's one of the most memorable thing to see this child that I delivered, go to an Ivy League school in Massachusetts. I think that's, I think that is a testament, to all of us that you can actually prove that you can do it, that you have the it factor, and that you are worthy, of the opportunity that this world has to offer, because you are that valuable to the world. So I think that that's just my little story.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. About me, I think I mentioned already to you guys that I have to deal with poop and vomit on the first day, and I felt like such a loser. Like, oh gosh, what am I doing here? But then that grounded me. That made me human. That I realized, it taught me that for us, doing number two all the time is something that, you just do it. But if you have somebody that it's a matter of life and death, and that what they mess all over, I told myself, can I do this? But it made me human. It put me back on the ground. You're not that high flying adored, before, that you travel all over. Here, you are a caregiver. But you know what? You made a difference in someone else's life. With that smile on the face of the senior saying, thank you, that made my day. So this time, I could still feel that. I want to interject also that you were asking what the advice. I think so, we have some ladies watching here. You know what? There's one thing I advise is that they call me, they call whatever. Take care of yourself. The way you look. I am 56 years old, but there's one thing. If you look good, you feel good. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to wear makeup, but take care of yourself, your health. I forgot to take care of myself when I was earning money and doing, because I started this 2008, 2008. Fall from grace from my corporate world now to become a caregiver. But I got skinny, I got, diabetes. I forgot myself. I forgot everything. Then 2014, I have to have angiogram because I'm already sick. So I told myself, no matter what, how much money you're gonna earn, if you don't have the health, to enjoy. So take care of yourself. That's very, very important. Even though we're in the healthcare business, sometimes we take care of other people, but we forget ourselves. So we're good with that. Yeah.
It's true. Kuya Ed? Hello?
Ano gagawin ko?
Hi.
Hello, wala
Hi,
naman ako
Kuya.
wala naman ako sa medical field. Ano ipapayo ko? Ang ipapayo ko, yung mga nanonood, mga Sokal Pinoy, at saan man dako kayo ng mundo, ayan, narinig nyo, from our medical fabulous team, all their golden nuggets, their advices, ano pa, take care of yourself and love each other, right? Amen.
Yes. And with that, we want to thank each and every single one of you for agreeing to be on our show. It's been such a blessing to have you on our show. And thank you so much for inspiring us and for dropping some golden nuggets. I mean, like golden bars tonight, right?
Tons of bars.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and thank you so much. And we learned so much tonight, and it's been inspiring. And also to Garth, yes, thank you so much for inspiring everyone. And we have a lot of opportunity to connect with each other, the SoCal Pinoys members. There's 24,000, almost 25,000 now, and
Wow.
just like everyone in this show, we have a lot of opportunities and so much more to look forward to, right, guys?
Yes.
Right.
We do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
Speaking
Thank
20,
you.
21 more successes to everybody on this coming year. New Year's resolution: be strong, be healthy.
Yes, and let's take care of ourselves too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Self-care. Self-care is very important.
Yes. Tsaka yung mga mahihilig kumanta dyan, kagaya ni Kuya Gart. And for sure, Filipinos Got Talent. I'm inviting you to our so-called Friday night, tomorrow night, 8:30 to Sawa. We have our
Yes.
virtual karaoke. Yan.
Nako,
Yes,
Doc
and
Gonzales, punta
Yeah.
tayo.
No, you can sing from your own office, from your own car, from your own garage, wherever
Okay.
part
Yeah.
of the world. Huh?
But how does that work though? Like, do you get to pick your song or no?
Yes, you get to pick. It's just
Yeah.
like this. It's just like this. What we're doing right now. You just get to
Yeah.
sing like that. No?
Nice.
Yeah.
My first job here in America is a karaoke master.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow,
Yeah,
there you
you know
go.
what?
There you go.
No.
Yeah.
It's the first time I was paid just to sing if nobody sings. So I was paid $70 for 3 hours, but I went home with $200 tip. However, my
Wow.
mom got mad because you know what, she thinks I act like a hostess. So no, because the customers are following me home. So she said, "You have to quit. You're a married woman. You have kids, so stop."
Baka ang hair nyo nun, baka pula pa.
By that, medyo, ano ba yung buhok ko, dark pa noon. And I had the voice, but I smoked too much. I stopped smoking 2015, cold turkey. But you know what, because of that, I think I can't sing anymore. Maybe in the bathroom.
Drink ginger tea.
Kailangan marinig yan bukas.
Yeah,
Yes,
kailangan bukas.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just wanted to remind everybody, we have virtual bazaar, mix market tomorrow from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and so we have 4 of our business owners from SoCal Pinoys, and it'll be an awesome show. So there's like a lot of deals that you won't find anywhere else. And on Sunday we have Spotlight with Mick and Jay. And we're featuring 2 of our business owners. And I think Garth is going to be in Spotlight with Mick and Jay. And also Manny will be, so we'll have a full night of, like our business owners talking about them and their stories. And I just wanted to thank our sponsors, O Skin Med Spa, that's Miss O, Olivia Quido Co. Thank you so much. And we have Car Passion Detailing, that's Mike Agbayani. And he has 2 types of car detailing services. There's a refresh and a rejuvenate. And the rejuvenate one is the one that everyone wants. I mean, really. So if you've seen his video, that's the rejuvenate one. And also Noble Creations, Noble, Amiel Noble, the Barong Tagalog guy, and Filipiniana dress person. They have a shop in Garden Grove. So thank you so much. And also Touching Hands Care Group with Lida Deku. And Lida's been really active in our chat in the comment section below. So, connect with her if you want to be a caregiver or want to receive residual income. And also Batchoyan, Michael Denulos. So they used to have Ilonggo delicacies on Santa Monica Boulevard here in LA, but they moved to Camarillo or Oxnard. And yeah, so if you're going to the Camarillo outlets, where to go. You could pass by and say hi to Michael Denulos and tell him, Mick sent you there. And of course, our founder, Charles Lawrence Chamorro, who's with Keller Williams, he also sponsored our show. And we have so much in store because next week we have restaurant owners. So we'll talk about our restaurant owners in the group and what they're doing, considering, we're all in a pandemic, right? And the restaurant owners were really affected during this time. I mean, for all these months, right? And then after that, the week after that, on December 17th, we have a Christmas special. And my gosh, like we have so many people who agreed to be a guest on that show and is all singing and whatnot. And I'm not going to tell you because it's a surprise. But yeah. So it's gonna be really fun. Like all these people are gonna show up. We have all these guests and yes. So stick around for that. So we have 2 more shows coming up before the end of the year, and it's gonna be really, really fun. And once again, thank you so much to all of our sponsors. Thank you for making this show possible. And Kuya Ed, do you have anything
Yes.
to say?
Yun na, sinabi ko ng lahat eh. Thank you
Yeah.
po sa inyong lahat for, for being our guest for tonight. May God bless you all, and ang dami ko po napulot, lalo na yung dimension na yun. Oo lang ng oo.
Ibang dimension, di ba?
Oo lang ng oo.
Oo lang pala ng
Oo lang ng
oo.
oo.
Huwag mong kukontrahin ang sinabi. Huwag mong kukontrahin, okay? Oo.
Oo lang.
Yes. Yun lang. Oo, napulot ko po yun. Salamat ng marami. Yeah.
So once again, thank you so much, everybody, and stay safe. Like what Dr. M was saying, stay safe and
Thank
take care of
you.
yourself.
Yes, Ninang, mamamas ko po ako sa inyo. Merry Christmas. So,
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Karaoke tomorrow.
Karaoke tomorrow.
Tomorrow, karaoke.
Yes.
Awesome.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Olivia Olivia Cuido is an official skincare partner of Miss USA.
Hello everyone, my name is Lida Diku, founder of Touching Hands Care Group. I am a caregiver myself before putting up our own caregiving agency. We've been in the caregiving business since 2014, but my husband and I decided to put up Touching Hands Care Group way back 2018 to compete more and help more seniors and caregivers. We manage our business with our hearts. This makes us set apart with other agency. And we are sharing our blessings by giving commission to all referrals we get. And listen to this, commission is not only one time. As long as the patient is under our care, commission continued. So please help us spread the good news so we can help more, touch more, care, and share.